tip those Wookiee bartenders 20%. No droids, no bounty hunters, no Reylos, no Ray Nobodies. We are here to talk about something that I haven't talked about yet, but I'm going to now. The Disney Star Wars Hotel. You know, a Saturday night, Loki's Mornings of Mischief, Mexican Iron Man got together for their pre-Echo Base show, which is fabulous, by the way, and had a long discussion about Star Wars Hotel. And it's like going to an internment camp, first off. You don't get to explore the ship on your own. You have to be part of a faction. You have things you have to go to a muster. All right, let's say like you're a mom and dad. You've got 3 kids between the ages of 10 and 5. Fun. Let's go, hey Bill, let's go to a hotel where we want to relax and have fun, but let's not have fun, okay? Because we have to be, right after we took a flight, landed, jumped in a cab, came to Disney, got on a bus, they call it a shuttle, go to this hotel, and there's no chance, let's say like mom wants to take a shower, maybe do her makeup, the kids need to have some downtime, maybe take a nap, relax before you get into it. No, you literally get there because here's the deal. Check-in is at 1. And literally an hour later, you have to be front and center. And to I don't know, get a breakdown or whatever. And all of this regimentation goes on. Like, for instance, Galaxy's Edge. You want to go see it? You want to go see Batuu? If you're not at the shuttle, I think by 8:15 in the morning, you're out. You can't go. It's the only shuttle that goes. All right. And there's more. Oh, and guess what? The factions are. You either get to be part of the resistance, oh yay, or you get to be part of the first Fagnus, First Order. And you don't get to see Vader. You don't get to see Leia, hey Chris, or Luke, or Han, or Boba Fett, anything cool like that. No, you're stuck with Mary Sue Ray or Kyle Ron Daddy Butcher. Now, I don't give a flying fuck, okay, and I mean that in every sense of the word, what your kids like. Because I don't really know a whole lot of kids who like these movies, who care about it, okay? So that's bullshit. Okay, your kids don't count, all right? And, the excuse is, well, it's theirs. No, it was theirs to begin with. Okay, that's the thing that pisses me off. It was theirs to begin with. They didn't need this shit. Okay, furthermore, when I see 2 little boys thinking they like it, they don't realize that by the very nature, of the story, that it shits all over them. But they will. They will. And we all know that because we've discussed it here. They can't afford to go to this hotel anyway. Hey, Revan, they can't. Okay, they can't. They can't afford to go to this hotel anyway. And the people who can, I don't think really want to spend their money on joining a Chinese internment camp for 2 days. Okay, which is kind of like how it's run. If you're going to go in for an immersive experience, you should be able to pick and choose what you want to do. Okay, you should be able to go where you want and get involved with whatever play acting is going on. That's what this is about, I thought. Now, Troy Pacelli came in and said they're reskinning Galaxy's Edge for The Mandalorian, but they're leaving the ship for the sequel trilogy. What the fuck? You know, to be honest, if it's hot out and gross out, I'd rather be on the ship. But I don't want to be on the ship when I'm tempted to kick the living shit out of the cast members playing Kyle Ron. Do you? Do you want to spend your kind of money on that? Here's the deal. You're having dinner with the group that they shove you in or you choose to be with. And all of a sudden, Kyle Ron shows up. That would just piss me off, and I think it would piss off a lot of people. Okay? I think it would piss off a lot of people. Now, if Darth Vader showed up, it would be hearkening back to The Empire Strikes Back, and he's a much more scary character. He really is, than Kyle Ron. All right. I mean, my dog, when he's doing dog zoomies, is scarier than Kyle Ron. My mare, when she's being owly, is definitely scarier than Kyle Ron. You know, I mean, it's just, that's cool, Chris. I mean, I don't want to go to this hotel if this is what I get. I can't pick and choose what I want to do. I'm forced to be part of things I don't want to be a part of. And then I get accosted with the biggest insult to my intelligence that I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to be part of that. Darth Vader. Now, you know, how about just an emo with a glow stick? I mean, so why are we stuck? Why are they doing that? Is it to placate Kathleen? How hard would it be to do a new script and have the costumes change? Not hard at all. Rey suddenly becomes Leia. Okay. Kyle Ron suddenly turns into Vader. Then you bring in Boba Fett, the Imperial officers. You bring in Han and Luke and, you know, the rest of the bounty hunters and all the rest of that cool shit. You know, you could even do one weekend a month where it's all prequel trilogy. So you get Anakin, you get bad Anakin, you get Padme, you get young Obi-Wan, you get Palpatine. Oh, that's cool, Bill. You know, instead, you know, you get shit that anybody that can afford it doesn't want to see. Again, let me remind you, the people who like the sequel trilogy don't spend the money on the shit. Now, Dakari posted to me, and it didn't go through because it had a link, a link to an article about the shipping container shortage. I'm not buying it for Hasbro. Okay, they can say what they want, but how is it? And you guys give me a 1, because I know you guys go to Target and Walmart and look around, GameStop and whatever. How is it that you can go into, hi buddy, hi Kojak, hi Kojak. How is it that you can go into a Target and see Hasbro stuff everywhere, but there's nothing in the Star Wars section, which is that big now? You know, I mean, how is it? So I call bullshit. I say I'm right. I'm saying this. They're not making sequel trilogy stuff. I don't give a flying fuck what anybody says. They're not. I mean, they can't sell Kyle Ron figures unless he's in a Sith pack, and the little faggot isn't a Sith. You know, I find that very interesting. I find it very interesting that they can't keep OT stuff out because people buy it. And people don't buy Kyle Ron stuff. There's an article, Anthony, about the shipping container thing, and I think there are times when people like to post things because they think they know everything and they really don't. And I think that's what happened here. And like I said, Saturday, I can safely say that the guy I was talking to was a nice guy, was being bullshitted. And I think the distributor was being bullshitted too. Because yeah, so I say that they put out what they want. All right, they know what's selling. There is no, and I mean, I love the excuse. Well, the containers go to these countries that are banned from shipping things back. Bull fucking shit. That is bullshit. Okay. People can say anything they want on the internet. Okay. And in order to hide what's really going on, companies and corporations can lie too. wait till Thursday. Bob Chapek will lie through his teeth to keep that stock price up. Okay. All right. And that's truth. Okay. We will get sunshine and unicorn farts. And it'll be great. It'll be like, Disney's just that. No, it's not the happiest place on earth. And we all know that. It hasn't been. It hasn't been since before Michael Eisner. I mean, that's when it started to go downhill. It's very interesting to me. Very. That this is all going on. And we've got everything else happening. And, the Star Wars hotel. I mean, how would you, hey Maze, how you doing? There you go, right back at you. How could you take your kids to this? To the hotel? How? I mean, struggling with this puppy that I've got is tough because he's a handful. Can you imagine having 3 kids and going to this fucking hotel and then being told, you must be here at 4:30. You literally got off the plane 2 hours before and you got to the hotel and checked in. And then you're up in your room and realize you can't take a shower. You can't get relaxed. You can't wind down from the trip. The kids are bouncing off the teeny tiny cabin walls. And your window is a flat screen TV of a star field. This was a bad idea to begin with. Okay. This was a thing that never should have happened. And I'm not, well, what I'm going to say is the way they've gone about it is a bad idea. Out there, on paper, it seems like a great idea. But again, there was no thought to what they were doing. Thinking about the clientele they're going to get. No one who can afford $6,000 to go to a 2-night adventure, all immersive thing for Star Wars is going to want to go and be sucked into a Dachau type place, which is what hey, you know what? You've got to pick a faction. You got to go to the muster. And like my favorite is, let's say like you guys were out because I think you can drink at this hotel. And you were out with your family. You had a couple of glasses of wine. And you're finally like, ugh. And you get back, put the kids to sleep. Put the kids to sleep. And you get into bed. And all of a sudden you realize you can't get breakfast after 8. So you're tired. You're exhausted. You have to get up 6 a.m. in the morning. You're probably, a little tired from the wine you had the night before. You've got 3 kids who are probably overtired now. And you have to be downstairs or down in the eating room by 7 to get breakfast. This is bullshit. It is. There's no way this is going to work. First off, no one's going to do it. No one's going to want to do it. The only people that'll go and do it are the idiot shells like Brian Young and the rest of them who will get a free pass to go just to write about how great it was. That's it. Other than that, it's bullshit. I mean, no fans are going to want to go to it because let's steal a ship for the resistance. No, I want to do that. And they couldn't come up with, they couldn't sit back and say, who can actually, hi buddy, Kojak. Weird, okay. They couldn't come up with an idea that worked. They couldn't come up with, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Oh yeah, I think that's exactly what it sounds like. What they should have done is basically say you can cosplay here. There are going to be factions of rebels, Imperials, and maybe a few gamblers wandering around. You want to learn how to play sabacc, you can learn over here. There's going to be smugglers and outlaws and bounty hunters. You come and be who you want. That would appeal to older fans. Oh, I know, Bill. Oh my God. A porg blowing revel. Ooh. So you get to go, you get to dress up, you get to, relax and have a good time. All right. I know that, God, Walt would shit his pants, but you could even have gambling on that. It could be, and then Lando Calrissian magically appears. Real Lando, not Soilo Lando, but Lando. And, you might run into Han. How cool would that be? The EU stuff. Leia's running around, sometimes as a rebel, as a princess, sometimes in garb for like some sort of political thing. And, you see Han and Luke in uniform or not, like they're in their whatever. Luke in Jedi, in his Jedi attire. And then once a month, prequel trilogy guys come out, and it's completely different. You get the Obi-Wan running around. You get the dance clubs and everything. Yeah. It would just be really, really cool. And no, the story group doesn't know what an Ewok is. Murder bears are beyond their comprehension. Kojak, what are you doing? If I don't pay him, yeah, I knew who it was, Mace. If I don't pay him 100% attention, I get, Kojak. Stay away from there. I don't even want to know what he was doing in the dining room. Come here. You getting yourself in trouble? He's bored, but it's too hot to do anything with him outside. He gets really, really warm. So we're in the dull days of August right now. But anyway, they could have really done a good job with this, and they did. They chose not to. They really did. They chose not to. You want to see him? You guys want to see Coach? Koji Woji putting in a pie. Hi, Kojak. Hi, Kojak. Want to say hi? He's saying hi, everybody. He has been very good. Unless he walks away, he's not supposed to be out of my sight. You know, he's like, I really want it. Why are you sniffing me right there? I don't know what he's doing. I really wanted to name him Chewy. And Rudy was like, oh, hell no. Oh, he's not little anymore, Revan. He weighs over 100 pounds now. I guarantee he weighs about, I would say about 110. He should get up to about like 120. No licking me. That's a new shirt. And don't bite. It's just, it's not as humid as it was, but it is hot. And he overheats real easy. It's the Malamute in the braid. And there he goes, plop on the floor. He's probably bored. I don't care. 3 hots and a cot. So I tell him when he's being bad. 3 hots and a cot, mister. 3 hots and a cot. Anyway, so, you know, they could have done this differently. And it would have been really, really cool. But they didn't. And the excuse was, well, who wants to see a middle-aged guy running around and cosplaying? They do it anyway at the conventions, you fucking dweeb. And those people that go to those conventions are the ones that want to buy the stuff and spend the money on this stuff. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. America has a middle class that does have, well, did have until Biden took over, a lot of extra money, a lot of, oh God, what do they call it? Fun money. And they use it, we use it for vacations, buying things that we collect and don't need but want, and stuff like that. Okay. I don't want to spend the money on something that I'm going to hate. Again, when I go on vacation, I want to be where I want to be when I want to be there. I want to be able to sleep as long as I want. I want to be able to go at night after having fun all day, have a nice dinner, have a few glasses of wine, go up to the room, get ready for bed, watch some TV and fall asleep. Or read a book and fall asleep. That's all I want to do. Wake up when I want, have, you know, and what I love about it, they don't even have a room service. It's like, so I can't have coffee and breakfast sent up if I don't want to go and stand in line. You know, I've ordered room service before and I love it. I do, because then, you know, you're in your PJs and you can eat your breakfast and just kind of be. And, you know, $6,000 for a week and to be able to just relax and have fun and then explore not just Galaxy's Edge too, but the rest of, you know, everything at Disney would be great. You know, then you go back and you can go back into Star Wars mode. You know, that's what they should have thought of. You know, and there should have been, I mean, you know, but they didn't. And of course, it's in the wrong timeline to even be considered. Mary Sue's running around, and I want to punch her. Kyle Ron, Daddy Butcher's running around, and I want to kick it. I want to cut his balls off. You know, I mean, he doesn't have any, but, you know, I can't. I can't imagine. And we could afford to do this. Or I could afford to go do this and bring friends with me. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. For $6,000, I can go out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, spend a week or two horseback riding, exploring Grand Teton National Park, Yellowstone, have some great food. Bison is great. You know, bison is You can't even believe how good it is. And just be. I mean, drive down, take a morning and drive down to the Wind Rivers and explore them. Drive up into Montana, even into Idaho. You know, that's what I would do with it. Okay, for $6,000, I would go to Flagstaff, Arizona, and explore the desert. I would go out and do that. I would not pay $6,000 for 2 days to be in a cramped little room, to be forced like a herd of sheep to do things I really don't have any fucks to give about, you know, and then to be part of something I fucking hate, to see things I hate. Okay, who's gonna do that? I don't know anybody with discretionary income that wants to go do this, that has kids. I mean, this is gonna be a nightmare. And to me, when I look at the ship and I look at how the rooms are set up, it's not for families, it's for older people. It is for a fun 2 days of cosplay. What the fuck are they thinking? I mean, this would be me. I get there, we're hanging out, we're doing stuff. Kyle Ron shows up, and I take his lightsaber and shove it up his ass. All right? And then tell him to sit on it and twirl. That would be me. I mean, I can't understand the logic or reasoning behind this. And it all stems from the fact that Kathleen Kennedy probably was part of the planning and insisted that, well, the old characters, blah, 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 and we want the new because they're going to be new fans. Where are these new fans, Kathleen? Did they suddenly sprout up out of the ether? Where are they? Because there is no new fans. And the fans you fucking do have don't want to spend the money. They don't spend the money and they can't afford this fucking hotel. And they won't show up to it. It is going to be a disaster. It is going to be an epic fucking fail of a magnitude I can't even. I remember when they first announced it, Dana Lash posted about it and she was freaking out because it looked cool. And I was like, oh my God, if they have any cosplay from the original trilogy, I'm so in. I am so fucking in. And we got the Wokistanian bullshit. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. I know you won't. It's just, I mean, did anybody see that video that the White House put out? It's this kid. I wanted to vomit. That, ladies and gentlemen, is manhood to the Democrat Party. I mean, the Democrats have so lost their way, I can't even. And I'm going to tell you something. Gavin Newsom's going to lose that election. And that is going to be huge. And the guy that's running against him, not Larry Elder, even though I think he's going to probably win the primary. Kiley, I think his last name is. He is a Republican who actually started the recall effort. He's basically California's version of Ron DeSantis. I'd say, because I checked him out after a friend of mine told me about him. I'd say if you're in California, you're a Republican, vote for Kiley. I know he won't win it, but I don't think it's a wasted vote. I think the guy's very interesting. So anyway, I'm literally, I don't know what they're thinking, but let's go to what we can expect from the earnings call. First off, I think JPEG is going to chirp up subscriber numbers, which apparently have flatlined, but they'll figure out a way to make them look acceptable. He'll chirp up a bunch of other things. He will not talk about Star Wars. He will not talk about Black Widow or Cruella. Okay. It's interesting to note that they did order a second season of The Bad Batch. See what he was doing. I think that viewership went up on that. I think it was very good. The last episode is going to be excellent. You know, and it's basically filled a void that there's been since The Mandalorian ended. And I've been rewatching. I rewatched Mandalorian season 1 when I was working out, and I really gotta say this. After watching it, you guys, there's so much I missed in that season 1 that was just unbelievable. So I'm gonna go back and start when I come back from, because I'm gonna go to Yankee Candle. I'm gonna go to the mall in a few minutes. I'm gonna start season 2 again. It's very interesting to me, but you can see the retcon coming. And, you know, maybe Disney is going for a multiverse. And what you get at the hotel is what they're doing, the only thing they're really doing with the sequel trilogy. And I just think not having the sequel trilogy at all is a better way to go. All right. So I don't think Chapek is going to say a word about Star Wars. He's not going to mention Kathleen Kennedy. They always stay away from the controversial stuff. So don't expect news either way from him. Because I'm going to tell you something. Enough of the investors, I believe, the big investors, are aware of her incompetence and really don't want her around. Okay? And they will be pissed. And I'm going to leave you with this final thing. If they re-sign her, I would say maybe Bill. I mean, well, let me, before I get into my last thing. Somebody posted on Doomcock's Army on Facebook that what if they're doing a bunch of really bad Star Trek to make the old stuff more popular? Well, no, because, I mean, it's going to be popular with the older fans anyway, but the conventions for the older fans are, starting to not be as many people going, so I don't really know where that goes. You know, and I just think the woke folk got into places they shouldn't have been allowed in, and got into places of power, and have been trying to manipulate culture. I mean, again, give you a little side story. Back in the 50s, Joseph Stalin was enraged by an actor named John Wayne. John Wayne, from the 40s, 50s, and 60s till the day he died, represented everything good about American manhood. And Stalin, who knew that you could change culture by infiltrating the movie industry, wanted Wayne gone. And he sent, I don't know if it was a KGB agent. I don't know if it was a KGB agent or not, but somehow the FBI warned Wayne that there was an assassination plot against him. And I don't know if the story is true or not. So Wayne basically got a group of his buddies together and got these guys and staged a mock execution on a beach. They left him alone after that. Now, it could have been just commies in Hollywood. Ronald Reagan was well known for carrying a gun with him wherever he went when he was president of the Screen Actors Guild, because the FBI had warned him that they wanted to throw acid in his face and blind him. So I'm telling you right now, that tells me a lot about how the left views film, and that's why we've got Pablo Hidalgo at the story group, if he's still there or not. So anyway, what was I gonna say? I can't even remember what my last thing was gonna be. So yeah, I don't know. And you know, this Scarlett Johansson thing, Disney hasn't said a word in a long time, and I don't think her people have either. So what I think is going on is, you know, there's a lot of idiocy in the media. But that's it. I mean, I guess SAG is now attacking the Disney. And again, I'm going to say I'm not on ScarJo's side. I don't like her. I think this is a dumb idea. She never should have gone public. It's just stupid. And you know, and that's just stupid. So there you go. Hey Darius, how you doing? So let's go and find. Here we go. So Sutton hasn't posted anything about Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy either. So you guys can assume that that is just internet rumor. Here's what I think is going on. Ever since Alex Kurtzman was re-signed to Star Trek, a bunch of naysayers, and we all know who they are. You know, never was movie moguls, angry gingers, and the rest of it, have been running around basically saying, well, Kennedy's going to be re-signed October 30th. Get her. You know, and I think that's where that rumor started. Now, I'd like to see where Sutton has been getting his stuff, because he actually does talk to people. But there's nothing that I've seen. No one's actually sent me anything or talked about anything to me that, you know, says anything about Kennedy coming back. You know, it's just internet gobbledygook, because Kurtzman, you gotta remember this. She's got nothing in the pipeline except for Indy 5, which incidentally is in a filming hiatus right now. Everybody's on a break. Ford is in Croatia with Calista. The cinematographer's back home in Greece. And the Holbrook kid is in Kentucky with his family. So I'm like, you know, and these breaks apparently are normal to big productions. I talked a little bit to Cameron, and he seemed a little more introspective about it. So I don't know. I mean, it could be bad. I mean, it could be what they're getting back isn't what they wanted, and the suits stepped in and said, everybody take a break. We need to talk about what we're doing here. You know, and I'm going to tell you something. I love Harrison, and I don't want this movie to fail. I don't. And I think the people who do are fucking assholes. I think the people who run around and talk about his age are bigots. Okay. I think the people that run around and want this movie to fail have Kathleen Kennedy living rent-free in their fucking heads. That being said, if it happens where they pull the plug and the movie gets and they don't finish it, which would be terrible for James Mangold too. And I've got nothing against James Mangold. I don't give a shit about his politics. He's never said anything bad to me about me. So this would absolutely destroy Kathleen, which Han Solo basically ruined Kathleen Kennedy's career and ruins her legacy at Lucasfilm. Think about that. One ding on a shoulder set all that in motion. All right. But again, I've been told that these hiatuses, these filming breaks, are quite normal on big films. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So, anyway, we'll just have to see. It's supposed to be done filming in September, so they got to finish it. If they're going to finish it, they got to be back soon. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty much like, but if they don't come back and they pull the plug, the Kennedy is over party gets started, because that's it. I mean, that's a disgrace. And it'll be, I mean, think about this. And I'll let you guys go. Let's say Kathy is the reason why this movie wasn't made 5 years ago. Or back, I mean, I'll tell you what they should have done. They should have done Indy 5 before they did The Force Awakens. And what they should have done is give Michael Arndt the 18 months to 2 years to work on the script. So they do it in Indy 5. All right, I think they already had a script back then. Or they do the Solo movie. Kojak, what are you doing? Just a second. No! Back off! You got no! Bad! He just got into the bookshelf and denuded a book. And I have to see him to stop him. He doesn't know what he did. No. I have to go and spy on him to make him stop. Lay down. I don't care if you're bored. You'll get your fun tonight. So anyway, where was I? So if they'd done Indy 5, it would already be done, and she would have that. And then she could just, after her second contract is done, retire in a blaze of glory. Okay. That's what they should have done, and they didn't. They could have done it 5 years ago. 2017, Harrison Ford, in one of the magazine interviews I got, received a copy of a script for Indy 5 while he was talking to a reporter. This thing has been going on for almost a decade, and they finally get to it. That is all her. That is all her. And it's Bob Iger. Okay, nothing to do with Bob Chapek. It's all fucking Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. The script isn't good enough. The script isn't good enough. And I'm sure, Spielberg's like, I really don't want to do another Indy movie. As far as he was concerned, Indiana Jones went off into the sunset, riding into the sunset with his dad and his buddies at the end of Last Crusade. I don't blame Harrison for wanting to be in another, so he could say goodbye to the character properly. But this is ridiculous, and this was a disrespect to him by Disney and Kennedy. So now they're up shit creek without a paddle, because Ford hurt himself and is probably not allowed to go anywhere near the set, even if maybe he's fine right now, because the insurance company's like, you know. So anyway, I'm very, very angry about how they put this all together. Again, it's Kennedy couldn't lead an army of ants as a film studio head. She's a good producer, but as far as trying to get this movie rolling, incompetent, not paying attention, allowing everybody else to kind of roll over her from on high. You know, I care about Indy. Well, it was the first movie she was actually a producer on, is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Care about Indy. First movie you were a producer on. Then why the fuck didn't you push for this movie a decade ago? You know, back in 2012, after Disney bought. It should have been the first movie out the gate. Let Star Wars do what it does quietly and then start gathering everything, okay? And then in December 2016, when Carrie passed away, you would have been a little more in a better way to deal with what to do with Leia's character. Okay? Instead we get the fuck they were doing. But this whole thing is just a dumpster fire. And it's not just Star Wars, it's Indiana Jones. And it never should have been. This Disney and Kathleen Kennedy have disrespected two franchises. So I'm going to say this. If this hiatus is not just, hey, let's take a break for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, come back and finish. If it's not that, if it's something else, it's about to get real. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't see Bob Chapek feeling the want or need to end filming and pull the plug unless there's something really bad going on. Okay, but if they do, this is going to make Kennedy look worse than she ever has been. Because then the questions are, how come you guys didn't do this before? You could have done this movie 3 years ago. You could have done, I mean, you know, it should have been rolling film 2 years ago. It should be coming out. It should have come out this summer. Anyway, I gotta go because I'm gonna go wander around. I'm gonna see what dipshit did to my book about the American Revolution. Anyway, talk to y'all later. See you around the galaxy.